Good afternoon, everyone. This is Trent Parker with the National Weather Service in Missoula, Montana. I've got your planning briefing for Sunday, February 2nd, 2025, and there's a lot to talk about. So let's go ahead and dive right in. As always, you can pause or go back and rewind if the slideshow moves a little bit quick. We're going to try to get through this as quickly as possible. Quick overview here. Look at this western region. Just lots of watches, weather warnings, and advisories here. A very widespread, impactful event here over the next couple of days. And of course, these are all fluid. They're very much subject to change. And I just wanted to bring this up to show you how widespread this event will be, and that you always want to check back in to see if anything has changed over the next couple of days as we get more and more information. So, quick overview of what we've got going on. Obviously, the elephant in the room is this huge plume of moisture here. You can see Hawaii way out here towards the south and west. Lots of tropical moisture in this plume, and it's really being consolidated by this area of low pressure squeezing against it, this area of high pressure squeezing against it. We've got some cold air here. You can see all these speckled clouds coming in just to the west of Vancouver Island. This is going to help reinforce some of these colder temperatures here that we'll see over the coming days, as well as provide a little bit more of that instability. The other source of cold air, this Arctic continental air mass here drifting in through the central and north central plains of eastern and central Montana. Look at these temperatures, single digits below zero temperatures, 10 degrees here. But once you get down towards Helena, you can see a little bit moderated 20s. And we're not seeing that east wind really penetrate the divide here, except for maybe at some of those higher passes. But we're waiting on this. This is going to be spilling in here over the next couple of days. And that's where we'll really start to see the influence of that Arctic air mass. Now, the time period of the greatest concern for us is going to be Monday afternoon all the way through Tuesday and into Wednesday morning as well. These are your probabilities for precipitation. You can see lots of 60s, 70s, 80s, and even 90s, making this almost, a certainty at this point that we'll see precipitation during this time frame. And not only are we certain that we'll see precipitation during this time frame, but also this is going to be our period of heaviest precipitation, really from Monday afternoon, like I said, through much of the day on Tuesday and even into Wednesday morning. We could see impacts from this event. Just wanted to highlight salmon here, a couple tenths being registered for your precipitation. But if we look at this chart, it looks like we're going to see mostly rain out of this event, but rain could actually mean freezing rain, especially in those areas where the ground temperatures have been so cold. It's been below freezing down there in salmon with that inversion locked in for really the last week or more. And so, even though this is showing up as rain, we could easily see freezing rain in some of these valleys down here towards north central Idaho and southwestern Montana as well. But for the most part, this will be an all snow event for most of us. Now, the 6 hourly ranges for snowfall, we're looking at, a couple periods where we could see maybe an inch per hour, up to an inch per hour rates there up towards Lost Trail Pass late Monday. But we've got a pretty widespread area, like I said, Monday afternoon through the day Tuesday, where we'll see that snow just continuing to come down on us. And look at salmon, a couple traces of snow leading up to the event as it's cold. And then we got that warmer, moister air coming in from the Pacific, really, raising those snow levels and giving you not a whole lot as far as snowfall. It looks like it's going to be a pretty rainy couple of days down there in the salmon area. Now, 90% of the models are producing actually more snow than this map shows. So 2 inches here in Missoula could be the baseline. And as you head towards the south, and especially the south and west and into the mountains, we start to pick up some of those heavier snowfall totals. Even Grangeville out there towards the Camas Prairie in Idaho, picking up about 4 inches as your baseline. And of course, zero down in Salmon, where we're not expecting much, if any, snowfall accumulation. Now, as far as greater than 6 inches of snow in this 3 day period ending Wednesday evening, it's about a 50% chance that we could actually get more than 6 inches of snow. Lesser chances, not so certain about northwestern Montana at this point. We're not so sure that this moisture is going to sneak in here through Tuesday night and into Wednesday morning, but this is still something that we're watching. So even though these probabilities are pretty low up here, I wouldn't be surprised if they start to tick up in the next couple of days. Now, this Arctic boundary is going to kind of stall out here through the I-90 corridor. I really didn't even have to draw this dotted line because the I-90 is right there in red. So it's pretty much right along it all the way through Missoula into Helena and even down towards Hamilton. I mean, this line could shift north or south about 30 to 50 miles. So wherever that boundary sets up is likely where we're going to see the heaviest snowfall out of this one. Less moisture as you head towards the north, definitely colder as well. There's going to be a lot more moisture coming in from the Pacific, and that is much warmer air. So lesser snow amounts once you drift way far south and west. Now it is going to be colder to the north and east. I've got this sorted from north and east down to the south and west. And where we have this temperature gradient, you can see all these colder temperatures off to the north and east and these warmer temperatures to the south and west. That's where we're going to have these winds setting up. So it will be rather breezy over the next couple of days. We do have to be a little bit concerned about blowing and drifting snow. Just wanted to point out some of these overnight lows in places like Butte, some of these mountain valleys. We could actually see these temperatures being about 5 to 10 degrees cooler than portrayed. So we could get down to the single digits, at least, if not near zero in some of those areas. Now it's going to be windier much closer to the divide. You can see some 15 to 20 mile an hour gusts. Now these are not the maximums. This title is a little bit misleading. This is pretty much just the mean wind gust forecast. We could easily see some wind gusts that are higher in some isolated areas, especially if you're near some of those canyons where you're more, you get those more pronounced easterly winds. Quickly, the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook features below normal chances or below normal temperatures, high chances for below normal temperatures, excuse me, over the 6 to 10 day period. So that goes all the way through February 7th through the 11th. And in the same time period, at least near normal precipitation. So at least it's not below normal precipitation because we could use more snow. And that does it for your Sunday afternoon briefing. The next one will be on Thursday, February 6th. Make sure you stay safe and stay warm out there. Goodbye.